Hey, what's going on, people? It's Guns from NextGenTactics, and welcome to another tactical look at Berlin Wall, one of the maps in the First Strike map pack for Call of Duty Black Ops. We're going to be doing two run-throughs of the map. One's going to be continuous, like you're about to see here. I'll give some general tips, like keep moving. After we walk through this map once, or I shouldn't say walk because we're running, but once we go through this map once, then we're going to slow it down, take some pauses, and I'm going to show you basically some spots as you're moving around the map that you should sort of keep your eyes focused on. And basically what it is, it's all about training yourself to look in areas and not get tunnel vision when you're running around. If you're moving, like I am here in a straight line, there's no need for you to actually be looking in the direction of which you're running. And here's a typical error I do right here. That is a big problem here. I got obviously distracted, however, by the soldiers. I got two deaths, or two kills rather than a death. But you'll see and you'll notice that I'm checking it here again, and it's all about learning. It's constantly, even when I'm playing the game now. So again, taking a quick second there to just check the upper floor and then moving forward. You really have to be careful in Berlin Wall. Number one, oh look at this, get so lucky. Bad spot for a prone. I don't know what that dude was thinking. But you got to be very, very careful with these new maps, especially when they first come out. It's not necessarily that the maps are sort of designed to encourage camping or any type of gameplay. It's just whenever any maps are first released, because players are sort of unaware of where to go or unaware of really how to maneuver around the map efficiently, they tend to be a lot more cautious. And by being cautious, they're going to be slower. They're going to go up in buildings. They're going to try second floors. They're going to try and, check out all the vantage points, and they're going to milk it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the best way to learn a map, the best way to learn where to actually look for campers is to actually camp yourself, to see how easy it is to actually hold up on there. I know it seems counterproductive. I know I'm not by any means promoting it or saying that you should, but people are going to do it. It's a fact of reality, is people are going to camp. And in Berlin Wall and Kowloon, there are so many buildings, so many second floors, second tiers, that there's going to be a crap load of camping. And I know I'm not trying to say that these maps or whatever are designed for camping, because there's no way that any developer ever would purposely think that. It's just really the more second floors that you put into, multi-levels in maps that you put in, the more it almost encourages camping to a certain degree. Because what happens is you get up in these spots, they're high vantage points, and they're very easy to defend with just a simple claymore. You know what I mean? If there's only one stairway up, you put a claymore there and you're pretty much secure, and then you got yourself a camper. So again, Berlin Wall's got a lot of second floors on here. So even after people are comfortable with the map, they feel that they know the map well, there's still going to be a boatload of people perched up in windows and just nailing people as they go through. That's going to happen. So it's important, and what I'm going to show you today is basically training your eyes. It's all about training your eyes and training how to game and how to look in a different direction as you're running. There's no need for you to actually be getting tunnel vision and staring as you're running in a straight line like this. There's no need for you to actually be staring in the direction you're going. I mean, your controller can do that easily on itself. You push up, you hold up, you know you're going in a straight thing, you use your peripheral vision, you can see where you're going. You can see the whole area. If you're gonna run and gun in these maps, the key determining factor is learning to train your eyes to look in those key spots so you know where campers are gonna hide. And that's more or less what I'm gonna show you here. While you're running in a straight line, your eyes should be looking elsewhere and checking camping spots, or spots where snipers are gonna be, people with assault rifles, where claymores may be actually positioned, because that's going to help you move around the map a lot faster without getting friggin' killed. Simply knowing when and where to run and where to look as you're doing it. It's an integral part of actually getting really good at Call of Duty, especially when you're looking to run and gun. Camping, easy. I mean, I can rack up crazy kill death ratios with claymores, because number one, You know, the one thing that people hate, and yeah, maybe it's a little bit noobish, but I am a Claymore master, and I know how to set them up properly. I see so many bad Claymores in this game, and so many people just not thinking about... I don't know what it is with me. You may have seen before, I'm having, like, epic problems with ladders. I can't get up the damn ladders lately. Anyway, the nice thing about it, which I just showed you there, actually, that one spot is one of the absolute best ways to clear upstairs. Absolute best ways to clear upstairs, and it's the same thing on the other side. Was that guy driving an RC car? Well, he's gonna have something to wake up to. Don't you hate it when you come up and you're like respawning somewhere else? You're like, damn it, I didn't camp well enough. Anyway, there's always ways, at least in this map here, that you can actually counter. There's smarter ways to get up on the second floors and to check those well-known spots. And I regularly do it, and I regularly get kills from it because most of these people are not using it. Granted, it's early on, but the same mistakes are going to be made for the PS3, Wii, and PC gamers. So, you know, take my advice. Trust me when I say that you're going to want to follow them because they are going to get you kills. Most of the people camping up in the top area will not see you coming, and you'll get easy kills for those people that are perched up there. Especially if you like running and gunning, because you don't want to get too frustrated. Believe me, they're going to camp, so let's get into some tactics here. Learn to train your eyes and learn to actually use alternate ways of entering the camping areas. Alright, it's time to take a look at a tactical approach to Berlin Wall. And this is where I'm going to be pausing the crap out of the video and showing you places that you should be sort of concentrating on in order to avoid getting killed. And just remember, when you first play this, there's going to be a lot of campers, so this is particularly going to be helpful when the game first releases on PS3 and PC, and hopefully some help for Xbox gamers. Okay, so we're going to pause right here. Here's the first spot. Keep your eyes on all three of those locations, the window, the doorway, and the far side, and the gate, especially in the beginning, because if there's people rushing, lightweight marathon, and an SMG, they can get to those windows really fast inside there. And the reason why I put that Claymore there instead of close to that door is because a lot of grenades go across there, and likely it would have been destroyed. Now, we're going to get to this point here and pause it. There's actually two places that you want to keep your eyes peeled on, and I don't know if I necessarily check here because I get engaged in the next spot that I'm going to show you as soon as we reach the far end there. But definitely in the beginning or anytime you're transitioning through here, make sure you just even take a slight second to pause and make sure you're looking down that laneway there on the other side for campers, snipers, or whoever waiting or anyone transitioning through. There are three major transition points. You are almost guaranteed to get encounters in these areas here, so keep your eyes peeled when you're going through here, especially on the other side there. Just take a quick second, and remember, in Black Ops, the same as World at War, the grainy, dark colors that are used in this game makes it very easy for enemy players to conceal themselves in the surroundings. Now, the other place that you want to be extremely aware of or careful of is actually right here, right around that corner there. You've got to look for people. People will constantly camp in that corner. It is very, very dangerous. So what you may want to do is before you go through that opening at the far side there, sort of hug to where the actual arrow is on the right there, swing out that way and look in the side there before you make your way around there, because a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, camp in that corner there, so just be aware of that. Alright, as you're making your way down here, there's a very important spot here. You've got to keep your eyes peeled, you got to stay sharp, and that's right at this point. And you're going to be looking at that upper window there, the ground level entrance across the street there, and the entry or exit immediately to my right. If you're going to train your eyes to look somewhere, make sure that you train them to look at that upper window, not the ground level ones. That's sort of instinctual for you to look to where actually the level you're on. What you need to do is focus on those upper levels, those windows on the second floors of these buildings, because a lot of people are going to be perched up there. And I actually get killed. However, my radar or my map actually covered it, so I couldn't see them up there. So I'm able to get the two hostiles on the ground, and then the individual who probably was in the transition of going to the second floor, pops up and kills me really fast. So anyway, we're going through the same area here. Obviously, we're spawning on this side. And by the way, don't go through the danger zone. You're just going to end up getting yourself killed. Sometimes I actually go in there just to set off the alarms. Obviously, you're going to see me pause there a little bit more just because of that death. But this is another important transition spot right here. Again, telling you to look on the ground level for hostiles is pretty obvious, and you're going to do that anyway because that's naturally what you're going to do. In these spots here, my eyes are always trained on those upper levels. This window here, again, it's sort of like the same window where I actually got killed. You're going to find a lot of people camping there. Whether you're making your way across the street or heading down this way, which I would never recommend going down the middle of the street, go through buildings whenever possible, whether the building on the right or on the far outside perimeter on the left. But do that to avoid spots like this, that second tier window there, because it is very difficult to see someone if they were camped right in the right corner of that. You wouldn't be able to see it, and the time you did, you would probably be dead. So just train your eyes to look there. When you're crossing the street here, or if you're transitioning through here and moving up towards the other end, make sure your eyes go there first. The second you're around that corner, quickly check it. Don't get hypnotized by it, because you need to look at the entire screen that you're looking at as a painting, as a whole painting, and you need to see it all with your peripheral vision. Just glance there, make sure your eyes focus there for at least a second, and then move on. In this particular case here, we're actually transitioning across the street. Oh yeah, and I mean, again, watch the... I'm not even going to tell you to watch there, because I have no idea why that guy was prone there. Stupid spot. Another important thing is make sure you're looking at spots like across the way there. The spot right next to me, that entrance way, you're naturally going to look there, and it's easy to spot anyone coming out of there. So there's no real need to keep your eyes fixed on that. That's what I mean. Like, don't get tunnel vision. Don't always look to where you're actually going. Here's another well-known spot, and you're going to see me get killed by a guy that's, well, there. That's the reason why I looked. Unfortunately, he probably got there right... and that guy was there totally before. That's a well-known spot. He must have come out of the same building and went to that corner there. You've got to watch it. That is a known spot as well. I didn't pause it there. There's no need. Just know that a lot of people camp in that corner. Now, this fire escape ladder that you saw me just jump up there right now is the absolute best way to enter this building. Not just to enter it, but to check for campers. Just like what I'm doing right now. It does provide really good vantage point, but this is the way you want to get in, is through that fire escape, not through the stairs. You're liable to run into claymores or have someone camping at the top of the stairs. Typically, they're not looking at that side window, and you get really, really easy kills. So the other side offers the same thing, and hopefully I show you that as well. I'm pretty sure I do. Now, we're going to pause it here. Actually, you know what? We're not going to pause it here. These are all ground level sort of places, and you're naturally going to be looking there anyway. There's no point in me pausing saying, look here and here and here. There's only one way across there. It's a narrow street. That's why it's dangerous to do that. As long as you've got your sights pointed down the road, you're pretty much going to be okay as you move through. Avoid at all costs going through this center walkway here. Sometimes you'll catch some fools trying to come through just like that. It's very, very dangerous. It's so bad. The reason why this is actually a very dangerous place to go through is because on the other side you have multiple second floor vantage points where snipers or people with assault rifles can actually perch up. So it's very dangerous to go through that center. Avoid it, and either way, it doesn't matter if you're coming through one side or the other. It is very dangerous, and you should be trying to avoid that at all costs. Use the far ends to actually transition from one side to the other. Just avoid the middle. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Be aware the odd crazy person might be running through there. You can put claymores, but it's nothing magical. And there's that second floor window again as I'm going through. I'm not going to pause it because I was just up there and I just told you that you got to watch for that anyway. So that's exactly what you got to do. No idea why that guy didn't see me. Here's another place here. If you go up the stairs, second floor, you got to watch those windows. Now here, this is what I'm saying. When you're trying to cross from one side to the other, use the outside. Use the outside, reduce the sight lines, but this is the safest way to go because there's no real second floor vantage points. And like I said before, when you're moving around the map, it's basic instinct or just basic functionality that you're going to be looking on the same level that you're running on. So if you're on the ground level, that's typically where your eyes are going to be. And so to do that, when you're moving around, you want to avoid as many places as possible where there's second floor vantage points because you're naturally going to be looking. Everyone does it. Everyone gets that tunnel vision where you're not looking up. You're looking on the ground level because that's your immediate risk. However, the campers are usually the ones, not campers, but the people up at higher vantage points are the ones that usually kill you. Now this is a very interesting spot here, and I'm going to actually pause it as soon as we get around the corner here. Come on, where are we? Where are we? Checking that corner right here. Now you want to be checking that upper window there a little bit farther back, but this is the best viewpoint of it. Again, it's the second floor tiers that you want to keep focused on as you're coming around from that far end. As you're moving up here, whether you're coming through the building or on the outside like I did, you want to make sure that you pay some sort of attention to that upper window there. You're going to get killed most times from someone that's pitched up in there. So don't just run out there before your eyes have checked. If you haven't checked, fall back, do a quick check, and then move forward. That being said, this spot right here is actually also a danger point. Normally I wouldn't swing in and come into this direction here, but there's actually right where you see one of my teammates sort of on the other side there, a lot of times you're actually going to find people camping right at the other opposite end of that doorway looking straight through. And the reason being is the building that's right behind me, the walkway, the way you actually get through it, you have to run in a straight line. It's a gauntlet. And what happens is people at the far end there will actually sit there and have their guns sighted right through the building behind me, and a lot of times they're going to friggin' kill you. So just be aware of that. Keep your eyes, if you're going to use the building that's right behind me, that I kind of went around the outside of it on the right side of that building to get to this point, you want to keep your eyes first fixed on there. Make sure you do a very, very careful check of that, because there's a lot of campers that sit at the opposite end there. As you come out, make sure that you immediately check your eyes on that second floor. Alright, so as soon as we start moving here, you're going to see my eyes checking, and of course, I'm always scanning those upper ones. The bottom level are the easy ones to spot. It's those upper second level places. This is the other fire escape I was mentioning earlier about it. That is the best way to check for people up here. Don't use the stairs. Don't go up the stairs. There's usually claymores or people waiting to kill you way too hard. Use the stairs here. The only thing you got to worry about, actually, when you're using the stairs is the window on the other side there that you briefly saw across the way. I have no idea what that guy was doing. Whatever. Whoa, got lucky. Right there, that corner there, that actually I'm briefly sort of looking at, was the corner I was telling you to check on the way through there. For whatever reason, people love to camp in that corner, so it's just something to keep aware of. Oh my god, am I going to kill myself? I think I was like, whoa, that's not a good napalm. Decide guns and put the damn napalm down. Anyway, that's it. Again, I'm scanning, checking down the far end. Far end here, actually, the very far end is what I'm looking at. Anyone that pops up in front, immediately in front of me, is going to be easy to spot and easy to kill. It's training your eyes to look at the spots that you normally would not look at. The upper levels, the far ends. You know what? Let your controller move you in the direction you need to, but keep your eyes focused on those spots where people might be camping. Anyway, that's it. I'm Guns for Hire. That was a tactical approach to Berlin Wall, part of the Call of Duty Black Ops First Strike map pack. I will be covering the rest of them. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network. And here you can create subscriptions for individual games and only receive notifications for new videos uploaded for the games that you are subscribed to. Isn't that fantastic? No more spam video email notifications. And stay in touch with us on our full featured forums. Remember, all the relevant links are always in the description of our videos. Click on them. Come join us on our website. We'll see you there.